Hey there, guys! Welcome. My name is Fofox, and guess what? Whoa! Check out my glasses. Let's try that again. So I think it's time we sat down and had a chat because number one, I got a webcam and I had a reason that I wanted to use it, and then number two was that I ended up playing some games the other day, and I was it was overall a pretty good day. The problem that turned into this whole thing was, how to put it, sportsmanship. That's a good way of putting it. So I think we need to have a talk about what sportsmanship in video games really means, why gaming came around, and we'll try to make it quick and we'll try to make it not so serious. I promise this will be like one of the few serious videos that I make because seriously, serious. I am serious about being serious. No, I'm not. Because I think it needs to be put out there as far as what sportsmanship is, why gaming came around, and why you need to realize that the internet has more influence on the people who are on the other end and your actions do than you think. The first thing we should start off talking about is who the main offenders are. In League of Legends terms, you would say toxic players. Anywhere else, you would say players. No, you would say the same thing in League too. Now, the source is really players who are having a bad day. Honestly, I don't really feel like a lot of people troll or be angry at games because they are angry at the game, but maybe they've had a bad day or something like that. But gaming came about, and multiplayer gaming really came about because people used to really enjoy sitting around with each other, around on a couch, around a television, just having fun together. And the internet, with what it is today, really made it kind of that great equalizer to where people who didn't really have that many friends around, like in the immediate vicinity, not necessarily friends, but in the immediate vicinity, that they could play with people. But there's a certain anonymity that comes along with that that's kind of started to cause a bit of a problem. So, I think that the biggest thing that we can do to combat this is just to be nice and realize that your actions have influence on other people around you. I mean, does that make any sense? Our actions have influence. And this is kind of where we need to go with this. I mean, League of Legends community, you are one of the biggest offenders of this. And I mean outright. I mean, MOBA community, whatever you want to call it, guys, it's pretty dang brutal. Anyone who has played a League of Legends game at level 30 in ranked, let alone below, I mean, God forbid you should be in Bronze League. I feel really bad for those people, but even still, if you've played a game of League of Legends, you've seen the community. It can be amazing at times. The cooperation that you can get is astounding. And then on the other side of the coin, you have, it's not so much. You have people who are simply there to troll, having a bad day, making a large influence on the people in the game, pissing off 4 other people around them, and they don't really realize exactly the influence that has. I mean, the internet is one thing. You can say whatever you want in YouTube comments. Believe me, I've seen it. But when you're talking directly to another person who isn't like as thick-skinned as a YouTuber or as hardy as a blogger, someone who really just takes these comments, then you really have to understand that the people on the other side are now having a bad day because you had a bad day. You know what I mean? So, MOBA community in general, you could really improve, but this is gaming overall. Wow, that kind of derailed. Anyway, multiplayer in general, let's kind of shift over to consoles a little bit, because I've been talking about PCs a lot, and I'm a PC gamer. Well, okay, I have an Xbox, and I love that stuff, but over the past couple of years, I've really become kind of a PC guy. But consoles, I know, are the same. You've seen the comments, and you've heard all the crap. Seriously, I mean, like, this one, and this one, there, yeah, that's where I'm gonna put it. And that one, seriously, I mean, these things happen all over the place, and whether it's spoken or whether it's typed doesn't really matter. Games like Call of Duty, you've all heard the 13-year-olds who are just, oh my god, their voices, or people with voiceover IPs, anything like that. But still, the high pitch, along with the anger and the viciousness that comes along with that, is actually really surprising. But at the same time, it's this kind of attitude that's giving the gaming community such a bad rap. Overall, I really feel like the gaming community has a lot to offer. I feel that entertainment-wise, we have never been in a better position in history. We are in a perfect place to be entertained, to be thoughtful, to be the nicest that we can be. There is so little going on that is like racism or anything like that, no matter what you want to say. You know, we are in a great time period to be living. And entertainment has started to take that influence all the way across. Hello, Mike. Don't bump you. I'm sorry. Anyway, the mic. But we're in a great time. We really are. And this is something that we need to realize, is that we can make the biggest difference right now, and especially show the world that the gaming community, as much as I love it, is not just a bunch of jerks who are antisocial and don't enjoy being around people and insult people for no apparent reason. You have to shed this veil of anonymity and assume that you are yourself on the internet. I mean, I know that's hard. Okay, maybe not for me, but for a lot of people that must be very difficult to understand that you've got more to offer than you realize. I mean, everyone has experience, whether it's in-game or whether it's in real life or whether it's anywhere. You have this experience that you can offer and allow the community to learn from that and to really be nice and help people out and understand that the internet is a tool of knowledge, a tool of entertainment, all of this. But the way that we're going right now is not so much. It is much more of a tool that is being used right now to troll, to give people a bad name. How many of you have gone on and tried to read the comments on, let's say, a gaming site, on IGN or Rock Paper Shotgun or anything like that, you know? You've gone down and you've seen those. I mean, if you've ever read those comments, and if you haven't, don't. They're not the best. And it's these big websites and the games like League of Legends that are really popular, and Call of Duty that's big on the microphone, that's really big on the console side. Halo even is a great example. But without us being at our best and really proving that we are human beings who feel and do things, you know? I mean, we're not just gamers. Sure, there's some people who do nothing but game. I mean, what's it against them? Seriously, if you love it, do it. It's your life. Have fun. Just make sure that the influence that you're having on the people on the other side, if you're trying to do multiplayer gaming, is reasonable. I mean, if someone draws it upon themselves to troll and to be an ass overall, it's not your responsibility to call that out. It's not your responsibility to try to get the rest of the team against this person, because toxicity breeds toxicity. I think that's, if this could be boiled down to one thing, I think that's what I would say, is that toxicity breeds toxicity. Good attitudes breed good attitudes. You know, if you want to take a mathematical equation to it, whatever, that style works. And I really feel that over time we could have a lot greater influence on what the gaming community is able to accomplish, and the internet in general. If people would see that Wikipedia is more accurate than Encyclopedia Britannica, if people would see that reviews on the internet are plentiful, that you go on and you look up whatever you want. If you want to purchase something, you can do that. If you want to keep in touch with someone who happens to live in Zimbabwe and you're in America, you can do that. Distance is dead. But people have such a bad name on the internet because of a select few. So, if you're not part of the select few and you've listened to this, I love you. If you're a part of the select few who are being assholes on the internet, try to stop. I think that's the only thing I can say. And other than that, guys, I mean, we could make a big difference. And multiplayer gaming in general could be a lot more entertaining. All we have to do is settle our emotions, realize it's a game, and go on. You know what? If you're going to be good at it, practice. Love it. Do it. But don't be toxic. Anyways, guys, my name is Fofox. I am no longer just a voice on the internet. You can see my face. Oh, snap. Thank you guys for watching. If you agree with my opinion, leave a comment in the section down there. Yeah, leave a comment in the section down there. If you don't agree, also leave a comment in the section down there. I read through a lot of comments. It's kind of a bad habit of mine. I really gotta stop. At any rate, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Laters, guys.